China just gave luxury brands a major slap in the face by exposing them. They've revealed that 80% of luxury goods, like those handbags selling for hundreds of thousands or even millions, are actually made in China. Is that really true? They're not made in France, not made in Italy, and not made in the United States like these brands claim. Shocking, right? Because China has actually been the OEM, the factory quietly producing these luxury bags for these brands for a long time. This means China can make luxury goods with the exact same quality as the originals sold in stores, but at factory-level prices. A Chinese whistleblower named San Wang even came forward and broke everything down in detail, explaining exactly how much each part and component used to assemble these 100,000 baht bags actually costs. We really need to know about this, don't we? The Money Monster team is going to break it down for you in detail. You can support us by scanning this QR code or by subscribing. Just one click is enough. Thank you. In this war, China isn't sending troops, weapons, or missiles. Instead, they're sending an army of influencers who are posting on social media to call out and embarrass these global luxury brands. Flat out. Let's go low, face down. For example, take this man. His name is Mr. Wang. Senator, he's basically the main guy who came out and exposed how brand name products are actually made. Honestly, it doesn't take that much budget. The production costs all come from China, where they're made. It's just a few bucks, and he even broke it down for everyone to see. So when Mr. Wang released photos of luxury bag factories in China on social media, it really tore apart the whole story. The production of brand name bags, which is supposed to be all about luxury and craftsmanship, was exposed so much that viewers started to feel like, really? Can you imagine like a luxury bag, a brand name bag or whatever? It's supposed to be like this, right? It's supposed to be a craft made by European artisans in lab coats, carefully and meticulously putting it together, not some factory in China, right? In that viral clip, Wang Sen said 80% of luxury goods are made in China. European brands then mark up and sell them in shops for 9 or 10 times more. The painful part was when he asked, so do you want it or not? They're made with the same materials and methods, but if you buy from our Chinese factory, you get the factory price. There are many expose clips like this, but one that really made me feel. The clip that struck me the most was the one where Wang Sen talked about the Hermes bag he was holding. What amazed me is that Hermes is the #1 luxury brand on the market right now. The bag in Wang Sen's hand, he said, costs $38,000. If you convert that to Thai baht, that's about 1,300,000 baht. And do you know what the actual production cost is? Wang Sen broke it down for us. He started by saying that Hermes, they only use the very finest leather sourced from just 3 exclusive suppliers. One single sheet of this leather costs $450, and that one sheet can only make one bag. So let's go ahead and put down $450 for that. Next, the specific thread used to sew Hermes bags has to be super, super high quality, absolutely top of the line. This thread is called Vieux Allure Chenvers from France, and the same kind used to stitch the leather seats for Rolls-Royce. Wow, that's some serious luxury. So how much does it cost? For each bag, the total cost for the thread is $25, or about 875 baht. So let's note down $25. Next up is the hardware, the silver and gold-colored parts. They're called the ocean stainless steel. This is the highest quality hardware, rust-proof and extremely durable, and resistant to seawater. For each bag, the cost of the hardware is $150, which is about 5,000 baht. Let's note that down. Next, the edge oil. This is imported from Italy. The edge oil is used to seal the edges here. The cost is $50, or about 1,700 baht. As for the inner lining, it's made from lambskin. The price per bag is $100, or about 3,500 baht. The zipper. For each zipper, it's a rebranded brand. Each zipper costs $10, or about 350 baht. As for the labor cost to make the bag, since it requires skilled specialists, the labor's a bit expensive. It comes out to $600 per bag, or about 21,000 baht per bag. That means each bag costs a total of $1,004. If you convert that to Thai baht, it's about 49,000 baht, not quite 50,000 baht. But the price of the Birkin bag that Wang Sen is holding, which is said to be $34,000 or about 1,300,000 baht, if you subtract that, 1,300,000 minus 49,000, that's the difference between the production cost and the price consumers pay at the Hermes store. Honestly, if you ask me, if we just think about how the production cost is only this much and then they mark it up like 9 times, 10 times the cost, that's all profit? That's not really the case. Anyone who's run a business knows there are all sorts of other expenses: marketing costs, fashion show expenses, advertising, PR, staff salaries, shop front rent, so many things, right? So we're not really sure either, after deducting the production cost, how much Hermes actually spends on operations and how much profit they really make from selling in their stores. But Mr. Vicent said this: the price difference you pay at the shop just for the logo. And he ended by saying that you really need to start thinking about whether what you're actually willing to pay for is the bag itself or just the logo. Crazy, right? Some people really do get excited about it. There are even customers, especially influencers, since influencers speak through social media, who have come out and said on their own social media platforms that after they learned about this story from Chinese social media, they were just as shocked, because a lot of people have always been loyal customers, buying branded goods at full price straight from the store. I came across a clip from a beauty influencer named The Dentist. She said that after she heard the news about the luxury clash that was exposed, she was really stunned. She's always bought brand name items, always paid full price, saved up to buy them out of love, and bought a lot too. This person said that from now on, in China, Turkey,
channeled annoyed. Girl, she channeled it, dragged it down and spoke out loud. Not tasty, confused, embarrassed. You go eat champ me. Then there's a camera, all experience, wealth in your alliance, right? China's up, con in, uncommand, yes, you.
So right now, if you ask whether this is a storm for luxury brands, I'd say it absolutely is. For example, take Dior. Previously, there was news about a Dior bag being sold at the shop for around $6,000, which is about 200,000 baht. There was news about this before. That one Dior bag actually cost only $57 to make, or less than 2,000 baht, but it was being sold for 200,000 baht. So they had to set up a special production investigation team. And it's not just Dior. Many other brands are facing similar scrutiny. So what exactly is going on with their production? And in fact, one of the luxury brands was found to be using illegal Chinese labor in Italy, basically exploiting workers beyond what the law allows. If this is true, it doesn't just mean that luxury brands are expensive, but their production practices are also really harsh. But going back to the question, is it really true? When I heard the news, I didn't just blindly believe it, hey, it's definitely 100% true just because someone said so. Honestly, because the brand itself hasn't said or proven anything yet, right? Even though by now it should be verifiable. But it still comes back to the question, is it really true that 80% of these brands manufacture in China? When you check the labels on these products, you see made in France, Italy, Paris, or the USA. There's never a made in China label, at least from what I've seen. So I went to the official websites of luxury brands, like, for example, Gucci First, where is it made? This is from the official channel. They say that most of their products are made in Italy, but if it's perfume, it's produced in England or France. And if it's Gucci cosmetics, those are made in Japan. There's no China listed here. For another brand, Louis Vuitton, I checked as well. In the product section, I looked up this question for Louis Vuitton, and they also say that most of their products are made in France, Spain, and Italy. and also in America. But this Chinese person, another one, said that Louis Vuitton actually has a lot of suppliers in China. However, the brand itself never admits it. Louis Vuitton would never come out and say that, right? In fact, up to 50% of Louis Vuitton products are made in China at 2 locations, Guangzhou and Dongguan. As for Louis Vuitton's silk scarves and other silk items, 90% of them actually come from a Chinese brand called Wensli in Hangzhou. And a friend of this guy, who is a manager at a factory that manufactures products for Louis Vuitton, came out and said that producing a Louis Vuitton bag, one with the same quality as the ones you buy in the store, costs only $50 per bag. He even asked in big, bold letters if that was really the case. Really? Then why don't the bags have to say made in China? Is that even legal? Well, according to several Chinese influencers who have spoken out about this, the reason the products don't say made in China, even though they're made in China, is because the initial production starts in China, but then the bags are sent to Europe to have the logo stamped on or for packaging. So it's not necessary for them to be labeled made in China. They can just put made in a European country instead. As always, let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Can I check a bit more to see if the law really allows that? So I went to look up the official regulations from the European Commission, specifically about taxation and customs union, to see what the rules are about labeling a product's country of origin, like where exactly does it have to be made and in what proportion? Does it really have to be entirely produced in Europe? Or does it just have to be mostly produced in Europe? The answer is no, it doesn't. As long as it's a product that's been made and then finished in Europe, that's enough for it to be stamped as made in a European country. There's just this short sentence. Literally, that's it. There's nothing else to explain, no details about what percentage has to be produced in Europe, nothing about how much work needs to be done there. As long as any part of it is finished in Europe, it can be labeled as made in that European country. Okay. This time, it's really a major crisis for luxury brands. It raises the question of whether the prices that luxury customers are paying are actually justified. But honestly, when people buy these products, no one is forcing them to do it, right? Everyone chooses to buy them willingly, don't they? And the fact that Chinese influencers are now coming out and heavily criticizing luxury brands is one of the consequences following the trade war, where the United States has been hitting China hard. And before this, Europe had also teamed up with the US to impose sanctions on China. And what China has done in response didn't just start today. It's actually been going on for a while now, ever since the Chinese government banned influencers in China from showing off their wealth. Anyone who flaunts their wealth gets their account deleted. The Chinese government has been cracking down on corruption by starting with politicians, telling them to set an example and not to live overly luxurious or extravagant lives. Because if you live beyond your means, it could lead to corruption. Major luxury brand stores, whether it's Louis, Dior, Gucci, or any other brands that used to rake in billions of dollars from Chinese consumers since the COVID period up until now, have been gradually closing down and pulling out of China. This is a major slap in the face in response to the trade war with the United States, and it's also a countermeasure. Previously, Europe joined in sanctioning China by tarnishing the once glamorous image of luxury brands. And even though, who really knows if what they're saying is 100% true? Like I mentioned at the beginning, none of the brand owners have actually come out and shown any proof of their European manufacturing facilities. The trade war is heating up, and China is hitting back just as hard. But one thing about all this has made me think, and I believe a lot of customers who used to buy luxury brands are probably thinking the same thing, that when we spend that much money on luxury goods, is it because we actually want the product, or do we just want the logo?